my workout for today. All I'm using today is a set of dumbbells and my jump rope, but if you don't have any equipment, that's fine. You can still do this workout right along with me. We'll talk about that in just a second. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to skip straight ahead to the workout, you can use the chapter markers to do that. I am not going to go through each exercise individually and explain and demonstrate the exercises before we begin today because it's already really hot out here and I just want to get right into it. And it's a very simple concept for this workout. So all we're doing is 5 different plank exercises and jump rope. So first of all, let's talk about jump rope. Now, if you do have a jump rope, you can join me for these jump rope sections. I always just kind of jog in place like this while I'm jumping rope, but any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. So if you're more comfortable jumping with your feet together, jump with your feet together. If you're really good at jump rope and you want to challenge yourself, then go ahead and do jump rope jacks or high knees or anything you want to do, okay? The only important thing is that we are counting revolutions of the rope. We're doing sets of 100. So when I say a set of 100, I mean that you're counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope. Each jump rope section will consist of 5 sets of 100. So that's going to take me somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 minutes, okay? Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but somewhere in that general vicinity. So if you don't have a jump rope, 5 minutes or so of any kind of cardio exercise you want to do is fine. So first of all, you can just pantomime jumping rope if you want. They actually sell jump ropes without the rope. It's really just 2 handles that you hold on to while you pretend to jump rope like this or like this. That's how I do it. So that's a completely legitimate option, but if you don't want to do that, you can jog in place or you can shadow box, you can do jumping jacks. If you have something like an elliptical or a treadmill or an exercise bike or a Stairmaster or something like that, you can hop on one of those for 5 minutes. You can do up and down the steps. This would be a great workout to take to the park or to the field at your local high school if you have access, so you could run or jog for 5 minutes. It depends on how long you want your cardio sections to be. They don't have to be exactly 5 minutes. Mine are not going to be. But basically, if you don't have a jump rope, 5 minutes, plus or minus 5 minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want to do is fine. Other than jump rope, I'm going to be doing 5 different exercises, plank exercises with my dumbbells. I was going to say 5 weighted plank exercises, but the first exercise is really push-ups. So any push-up or burpee variation you want to do for the first exercise is fine. And then for the remaining 4 exercises, there are a million different plank exercises, okay? So you can use weights, you cannot use weights. Any kind of plank exercise you want to do is fine. As far as the exercises I'm going to be doing, I'll just walk you through them as we're going because I do want to get right into this workout. But if you have a set of dumbbells, go ahead and get them ready. My dumbbells weigh 10 pounds a piece, which is a good weight for me. However, you may need to use something lighter or heavier. That's going to depend on your strength, on your level of fitness, what you have available to you, and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weights and make the decision that is best for you. My dumbbells are also shaped like hexagons, so they're flat on the bottom. This is a significant detail because I am going to be down in a plank position with my weight on the dumbbells. So I just want you to exercise caution. If all you have access to are dumbbells that are rounded on the ends, I personally would prefer that you choose to use the weights a different way or to just not use weights. Because rounded dumbbells are liable to roll around on you while you have your weight on them. You could fall and get hurt. It's your workout, so you decide what level of risk you're comfortable taking. Just please use your common sense and be safe. And if you don't feel safe using rounded dumbbells and that's all you have, or you just don't want to add weight, then again, you can do any plank exercise you want. There are millions of them. But you guys know that it's really important to me that all of my workouts are accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So if you are stuck and you need help coming up with equipment-free substitutions, you need help coming up with plank exercises that you can do in place of the ones I'm doing, or if you're a beginner and you need to see beginner modifications for any of these exercises, I'm right here to help. So please don't hesitate to reach out. if you have questions or if you need help. Now, as far as the format goes, it's very simple, very straightforward. We are starting with 50 reps of my first plank exercise, which is really a push-up variation. Then I'm going to move on to my first jump rope section. I'm doing 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. And then we're going to continue in that pattern. I'm going to then do another 50 reps of my next plank exercise, and then another 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope until I have made my way through my list of 5 weighted plank exercises. And by the end of the workout, we will also have completed a total of 2,000 revolutions of the jump rope, and that's it. That's the workout. Super simple format. But remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video. You're gonna watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if there are any questions about the format, how it all fits together, how to customize the workout to make it work for you, I'm always here to help, so please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. If you are ready to go ahead and start this workout, grab a set of dumbbells if you have them, and if you want to add weight to any of your plank exercises. If you don't have dumbbells, you might be able to find household items that will work for you, like maybe a couple of water bottles or shampoo bottles. Again, you can fill them with water, uncooked rice, kitty litter, anything like that. So look for household items that will work if you don't have exercise equipment, but you do want to try adding weight to some of these plank exercises. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you plan on jumping rope with me today, take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up, and when you're ready, let's get started. Real quickly before we get started, I will walk you through the very first exercise because it's a push-up variation, and I do want to make sure that you're minding your form on your push-ups. So any push-up or burpee variation you want to do here will work. Just make sure that when you do your push-ups, you're keeping your hips lifted high. If your hips are slightly elevated like this, that's not terrible. As long as your back is flat, you're not going to hurt yourself, so don't worry too much about it if your hips are elevated. But ideally, you want your body in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders. What you don't want is for your hips to drop down like this and for your back to arch. Do you see how my back is arched? So tighten up those abs, lift the hips high and keep them high. Do not allow your hips or your belly to arch down to the, or to lower down to the ground like this, and don't allow your back to arch. The other thing is that you want to keep your head still and keep your head in line with your spine. So don't let your forehead drop down like this. It's going to get tempting to do that if you are not able to get your chest all the way down to the ground. Once you get as low as you can go, you're going to be tempted to lower your forehead down to the ground to compensate for the fact that you're not getting your chest down to the ground. Don't do that. If you are unable to get your chest down all the way to the ground, that's fine. Shorten up your range of motion if you need to. So if you can only come down halfway, that's fine. Just come down as low to the ground as you can, and then actively press your palms into the ground. Push the ground away and push yourself back up to your plank position, but just don't allow your hips to drop like this, and don't lower your forehead to the ground. Make sure you're keeping your abs strong and tight and engaged. Make sure your hips stay high, head stays still, and you're maintaining that straight line from your heels to your shoulders throughout the entire exercise. So any push-up or burpee variation you want to do for this first exercise is fine. Keep in mind that we're going to be doing 50 reps. So you might want to consider the amount of reps we're doing before you pick what exercise, what variation of push-ups you want to do. 50 push-ups is tough regardless, so, make the decision that's best for you. Here's what I'm going to be doing. You can see I have my dumbbells stacked one on top of the other. Obviously, you cannot do this with rounded dumbbells. Yet another advantage of having hex dumbbells. So I'm going to start with my weights to one side of me. I'm going to come down into my plank position, and then I'm going to reach across my body, and I'm going to pick up this weight on top, move it to the other side. Then I'm going to reach back, lift up the other dumbbell, and restack them on the other side. Now I'm going to take one foot and bring it over, stacking my one foot on top of the other. So my feet are always going to be on the same side as the dumbbells, and then from here I'm going to do a push-up. All right, so from here, then I'm just gonna put my feet wide apart and I'm gonna start over. So now the hand that's on the opposite side of the dumbbells is gonna reach across, pick up the first dumbbell, put it down on the other side, repeat, stack the dumbbells one on top of the other, both hands flat on the floor or the ground. Then I'm going to pick up that foot that is now on the opposite side as the dumbbells, bring it over and place one ankle on top of the other and do my push-up from this position. And that's it. So we're alternating sides with each rep, and we're doing a total of 50 reps. That is my first exercise. 50 reps of these in a row is going to be tough, and this heat really saps my energy. So I'll probably just break these down into sets of 10. I'll probably try to do like 5 unbroken sets of 10 if I can. Just remember, especially if you're working out along with the video, to go at your own pace. So if you're faster than I am, great. As long as you're not losing anything off of your form. So if you finish the exercise before I do, you can always skip ahead in the video. If you're slower than I am, that is also great. It's great because you're out here putting in the work. So if you're slower than I am, be slower than I am, but don't start racing through the exercises at the expense of your form, just to try to keep up with me. If you're slower than I am, be slower than I am. You can always pause the video if you fall behind or if you need to rest and I'm not resting, and then just come back when you're ready and when you feel that you are capable of continuing with good form. It's really important though that you're minding your form the whole time, okay? You don't want to sacrifice your form for speed, because if your form is lacking, you are putting yourself at a greater risk of injury, and I don't want anyone getting hurt. So go at your own pace and do not sacrifice your form for speed. That being said, when you are ready, let's go ahead and start with our first exercise. Any push-up or burpee variation you want to do, or any plank exercise you want to do, 50 reps. Here we go. Starting my watch, starting my timer. All right, time has begun. So, feet wide apart to start. Reach over, grab one dumbbell, bring it to the other side. Grab the other dumbbell, stack it on top. Both hands on the ground. Bring one foot over to the side, push up. Now repeat on the other side. Move the dumbbell, stack the other one on top. Cross leg push up. Unstack. Restack, stack the ankles, and push up. Unstack, restack, stack the ankles, and push up. That was 5. Or was it 4? I don't remember which side I started with my dumbbells on. Shoot, let's say that was 5. I don't know. I need to stop talking. Ready? I'm gonna say that was 10. I honestly don't remember which side of me the dumbbells were on when I started. I think that might have been 11, but I don't remember. If you're smarter than I am and you can count to 10, or if you can just remember what side the dumbbells are on when you start, it's gonna make it easier. Because if I'm pausing to rest on an even number, then the dumbbells should be on the same side that they were when I started, right? Yeah. Regardless, I'm gonna call that rep number 10. Note to self, dumbbells are on this side, but I'm gonna zip my lip so that I can conserve some energy for the remainder of these 4 little sets of 10 that I have to do. So hopefully that will make it easier for me to not lose track of my count. All right. When you feel that you are ready to continue with good form, let's go ahead and try another set of 10. That's 20 for me. I've been saying for months that I'm so out of shape with my push-ups and I need to work on them, I need to practice them. And I haven't been practicing them enough. This is so tough for me right now. So I have to do 3 more sets of 10 for as long as I can continue to do unbroken sets of 10. I might have to start doing like sets of 5. That's fine. Do what you need to do. I'm gonna get the reps done, so it doesn't matter. And again, today I forgot to bring a towel out here and I'm already dripping with sweat. It's only gonna get worse. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, give my shoulders and my triceps a quick little stretch. Picking up my count at 20, I'm gonna do my best to see if I can get through another set of 10 unbroken. We'll see. When you're ready. So that's 30 for me. I have to do 20 more. But that was my last set of 10. That was just getting really hard towards the end for me. So for my last 20 reps, I've completed 30. I have to do 20 more. I'm gonna break it down into 4 sets of 5, just to make it more manageable for me. I kind of corrected myself during the intro and said that I was doing 5 weighted plank exercises, and then I said, well, no, the first one's not really a weighted plank exercise, it's a push-up, but this is absolutely a weighted plank exercise. Moving those dumbbells back and forth while in a plank position. Even if you wanted to eliminate the push-up, that would be a great exercise. I just wanted to challenge myself to add a push-up to this. I was going to do another one of these 5 plank exercises. I was going to add a push-up to another one of them. That would have meant I was doing 100 push-ups on the day, but I decided at the last minute not to, and I'm glad. All right, so I'm picking up my count at 30. If you need a longer rest break, remember you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. I'm trying to push myself to keep going, even though I want to keep resting, because from here on out, I'm only doing sets of 5, so I should be able to keep it moving a little bit faster and keep my rest breaks in between sets a little bit shorter, because I'm only recovering from 5 reps at a time instead of 10. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and try to tackle, well, let's go ahead and tackle another 5. We're not gonna try, we're gonna do it. Might have to pause, that's fine, but we're gonna get them done. So here we go, pick up my count at 30. 31. 32. 33. 34, so just one more, and then I'm gonna rest again. 35. Even though I don't necessarily feel like I need a rest right now, I know that I've gotten to the point for me where sets of 10 is just becoming too taxing, so I know I'm gonna have to break up the set of 10 anyway, so I'd rather just do little mini sets of 5 from here on out. So like I said, we can hopefully keep these rest breaks now much shorter, since we're only recovering from 5 reps at a time and not 10. So when you're ready, let's go ahead. I'm picking up my count at 35, so let's try to do another 5. Let's do another 5. 36. 37. 38. 39. One more. And 40. I noticed a few times I was less than precise when stacking my dumbbells. Be really careful about that. As you fatigue, it's easy to get less accurate. It's easy to start rushing a little more because you just want to get through it. But if a couple of times my dumbbell actually fell, and if it falls on your hand, that's not going to be pleasant. So you like to, for several reasons, not put yourself in a position where you've got a dumbbell falling on your fingers, but also it's just not the exercise. The exercise is to be deliberate and controlled in your movement. So really focus. I know it's challenging, that's the point, but really focus when you're stacking those dumbbells and try to make sure that they're not gonna, the top one's not gonna fall off and crush your little fingers like I almost did twice. All right, I'm picking up my count at 40. I have to do 2 more little sets of 5. So as soon as you're ready, let's go ahead and knock out these last 10 reps, and then we can move on to our first jump rope section. So, 41. 44. That's 45. We've made it. Home stretch. Just 5 more reps to go. One more quick little stretch for the shoulders, the triceps. Swing it out, shake it off. One more deep breath. Final 5 reps, here we go. Picking up my count at 46. At 45, this is 46. It's 47. Oh, just 3 more, let's keep pushing. 48, 2 more. Just stay there. 49, last one. That's 50. We made it. To clean it up back here. For months I've been meaning to pull these weeds. I've got to clean up all these dead leaves. So that's our first plank exercise. Now we're moving on to our first cardio section. I'll be jumping rope. You can join me for jump rope, or you can do plus or minus 5 minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want. I'll give my tripping speech now. If you trip over your jump rope, it's fine. You do not have to start the entire set over. Just take a deep breath and get right back into it as quickly as you can. Just pick up where you left off. You guys, I am feeling so sapped of energy today. I might be tripping a lot over my jump rope. And I'm not saying to not let it frustrate you, because of course it's frustrating. It's the opposite of what you're trying to do, right? Your goal is to jump over the jump rope. Your goal specifically is to not trip over the jump rope. That's like the one thing in the world you're trying to do right now, right? So when you trip over your jump rope, you're failing. You're trying to do something and you're failing, and that's frustrating. And it is normal and natural and healthy to feel that frustration. So I'm not saying to stifle it. I'm not saying to pretend it's not there or like be in denial about it. It's fine, you're human. Feel frustrated. What I am saying is that we have to do 2,000 revolutions with this jump rope. So what you want to try to do is just not let the frustration dictate your mindset moving forward. We have a lot of workout left in front of us that we still have to get through. So you don't want to sabotage yourself moving forward with a negative mindset. So do your best to just try to leave the frustration behind you. Accept the fact that you might trip over your jump rope, and that's fine and that's normal and you're human, and just get back into it. Pick up where you left off. You're gonna get all your revolutions done, okay? So show yourself some grace. As long as you're doing your best, that's all you can do. So please let that be good enough. This speech is for me more than anyone else, honestly. All right, I'm stalling because I don't want to do this because I know I'm gonna be tripping over my jump rope and I'm gonna be getting frustrated, so. All right, I'm gonna try to take my own advice. Here we go. So any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We are counting revolutions of the jump rope. So 100 revolutions of the rope, counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So that's our first set of 100. Just gonna do that 4 more times. So ideally, I'm gonna not take rest breaks in between sets. I don't feel like I'm there yet. So I will be pausing to rest for a few seconds in between sets, but do your best to keep the rest breaks as short as you can. Obviously, rest for as long as you need to. Remember, you should be going at your own pace, but challenge yourself to keep the rest breaks as short as you can, okay? So I'm gonna zip it so I can get through these final 4 sets without it taking me too much time. Here we go, set number 2. So I just mark a little slash after each set so I don't lose track of where I am. That was set number 2. I have to do 3 more. section. You guys, I'm sorry, my energy is just like non-existent these days. Just giving myself a minute to rest before I start my next plank exercise because I'm so fatigued. This heat is not helping. If I wait for my heart rate to come all the way back down, I'm gonna be at her all day. And it's getting hotter by the minute, so let's move on. Our second plank exercise is going to be pike toe taps. So I'm going to start in a plank position, and then I'm going to lift the hips high. And as I do that, I'm going to lift one hand, bring it across my body to tap the toes on the opposite side, and return to my plank position. Alternating sides, so now lift the hips, lift the other hand, bring it across your body to tap the toes on the opposite side, and then return to your plank position. Each toe tap counts as 1 rep. We're alternating sides, going to 50 reps. I'm going to be adding difficulty to this by using my dumbbells. So I'm just going to pick up 1 dumbbell at a time as I do that move. But I'm still counting the same way. So I'm going to start down here in a plank position with my weight on the dumbbells. I'm holding on to the dumbbells. And as I lift my hips, instead of tapping the toes, I'm gonna bring the dumbbell across my body and place it down on the ground, let go, and then come back to my plank position and repeat that on the other side. That's my first 2 reps. And then with reps 3 and 4, I'm gonna pick up the dumbbell as I lift my hips up high and then bring it back in front of me, repeat that on the other side. So each 4 reps, my dumbbells will end up back in front of me like this, okay? Sounds confusing, it's not confusing. So, plank position, holding on to the dumbbells. Now lift the hips, and lift one arm, bring the dumbbell with you across your body and place it down in front of your other foot. Let go of the dumbbell, return to your starting position. Now repeat that on the other side. So lifting the hips, bring the dumbbell across the body, place it down by the opposite foot, return to your plank position. That's my first 2 reps. Now I'm going to do the opposite. So my hands are starting flat on the ground. I'm gonna pick up the weight, bring it back to the front, and then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So I'm counting that as my first 4 reps because I don't want to do, well, no I won't. That feels like cheating. That was my demo. So there we go, that's the exercise. So that was 4 reps that I just showed you, make sense? Let's go ahead and knock out 50 of these as quickly as we can without losing our good form. So here we go. Plank position, holding onto the dumbbells, lift the hips, bring the dumbbell towards the opposite foot, repeat on the other side. Now lift the hips, pick up the dumbbell, bring it back in front of you, and repeat that on the other side. So that's 4. So that's 20 for me. I don't necessarily feel like I need to rest here, but I'm pacing myself for 50. So I think if I take a minute To rest here, I might be able to do another set of 20 unbroken. Then I can just take another rest break and finish up with my final 10. All right. Remember that at any time, if you feel like you need a longer rest break, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. And also please remember that you should only continue when you have regained enough strength and you feel that you have enough stamina to continue with good form, okay? Remember, we don't sacrifice our form for speed. So I'm picking up my count at 20. I'm gonna see if I can do another 20 unbroken. Wish me luck. My body rebelling. So that's 40. I just have to do another 10. Now I'm almost thinking that each 4 of these should count as 1 rep. Am I crazy? That would mean I've done only 20, right? No. I don't know. What have I told you guys about making me do math in the middle of a workout? My brain doesn't work right now. So I've completed 20. But the thing is, once I do another 10, like I'll be halfway through the process and I'm not gonna like that. So let me do another 12 and then I'll decide if I wanna count that and move on or if I wanna keep going with these. I think I might keep going with them. All right. So picking up my count at 40. So the way I've been counting them, that's 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. See, that's 50. I don't want to end there. So for now, I'm going to go 51, 52. But I kind of feel like that's not enough. And I kind of feel like each 4 should be 1 rep, right? So that would mean I've done how many? 15, 16? Yeah. What's 16 times 4? 64. Oh my God. I think I've only done 11 if I want to count them that way, or 12. Oh my God, I seriously cannot do any math right now at all. What's 12 times 4? 60. No, that's 12 times 15. No, I mean, that's 4 times 15. Oh my God, you guys. All right, I'm gonna keep going with these. I'm going to go to 80, and then I'm gonna try to do the math again. I'm gonna go to 80 the way I've been counting them, then I'm gonna try again to do math. So I'm thinking I count at 52, and I'm gonna keep counting them this way just so I don't confuse myself even further. 60. 68. 70. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 80. If you didn't have a problem with counting 50 of these, the way I was counting them initially, you can move on. That was 80. So if each 4 is really 1 rep, then that means I've only done 20, right? So I'm gonna do another 30, counting each 4 as 1 rep. Call me crazy, I don't care. So I'm picking up my count at 20. And I'm gonna start counting each 4 reps. Each 4 moves is 1 rep. Does that make sense? So that each time you finish that little pattern is 1 rep. So I'm gonna start counting like this. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. I think it makes more sense this way. Don't hate me for springing this on you the last minute. The sweat is now dripping into my mouth, into my eyes. All right, so I still have a lot more of these to go since I decided to quadruple my amount of reps on the fly. So if you're not a masochist like I am, you can move on to the next jump rope section if you want. If you want to torture yourself some more with me, let's do another 20 if we can. So I'm picking up my count at 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39, last one. 40. already. Oh, just 10 more. I think it's just because I don't want to jump rope again. Jump rope is so hard for me lately. I'm struggling so hard to find my footing in this heat. And honestly, for the last several weeks, my stamina has just been really lacking, so I think I'd rather do these strength training plank exercises than jump rope. But let's finish up with another one of these. It's just 5 sets of 100. It's not that bad with the jump rope. So let's go ahead and finish up these final 10 reps of these weighted pike toe taps, although I'm not really tapping my toes. So what am I going to call these? All right, final 10 reps, picking up my count at 40. When you're ready. Oh, we're sweating now. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. Getting there. Just 5 more. Let's keep pushing. 46. 4 more. 47. 3 more. 48. Last 2. 49. 1 more. 49 and a half. 49 and 3/4. 50. Yay. All right. Sorry, you guys. That was a tiny bit insane, but my OCD needed it. I couldn't stand the fact that doing 50 meant that we were uneven. It meant that I had moved the dumbbells from front to back more times than I had moved them from back to front. And doing 52 reps doesn't sit well with me either when we're doing 50 reps of everything else. So I had to improvise. This is what happens when you're a slave to OCD. Ended up doing 4 times as many reps of that exercise as I intended to, and as I told you we were going to do, so sorry. All right. Whew, I was putting off the inevitable. I know jumping rope is so hard for me lately. I just find it so taxing. But I'm gonna do my best. It's just 5 sets. So, if you are jumping rope with me, we're gonna do another 5 sets of 100 before we move on to our 3rd plank exercise. I promise I won't pull any more shenanigans like I just did with that last exercise, okay, you guys? Because we're already like gonna be an hour out here. We're like not even really halfway done with the workout yet. So, all right, let's get it together. Here we go. 5 sets of 100 when you're ready, or 5 or so minutes of whatever kind of cardio exercise you're doing. So that was our second jump rope section. I do have some good news. Let me wait for the plane so I don't have to shout over it. So you know, when I try to do math in the middle of the workout, and I just start like saying numbers that make absolutely no sense, I always like to blame it on the fatigue because I'm in the middle of working out, but apparently I can't do math before the workout either because I totally lied. I said we're doing 5 different plank exercises. It's just 4. The concept was 50 reps of each, 200 total reps. So that's 4 different plank exercises, 50 reps of each, that's our 200 reps, and then 2,000. You know, I like my round numbers, so 200 reps of weighted plank exercises, 2,000 revolutions of the rope. So that's just 4 sets of jump rope and just 4 plank exercises. So we are now officially halfway through the workout. Woot. So for my next weighted plank exercise, I'm just doing plank rows. So that just means I'm just from a plank position, just rowing one weight at a time, bending the elbow, lifting the weight up towards the shoulder on the same side. So if you don't have weights or your weights are not flat on the bottom, you can do the rows. You can have your hands flat on the ground and grab your water bottle or your weight or whatever you're using, row it, put it down, let go, and then put that hand down, pick up the other weight, the weight on the other side, row it, put it down, let go. That's fine. Or you can just do something like this. You can just lift one arm at a time. You can do shoulder taps, okay? Like I said in the beginning, any kind of plank exercise you want to do will work. But I'm going to be doing plank rows. To start, I'm going to alternate sides, meaning that I'm counting each row as 1 rep. I do reserve the right if, when I have done my 50th rep, I feel like I need to do more, I do reserve the right to retroactively count each 2 rows as 1 rep. So you count however you want, and you do however many reps you want. I'm going to start counting each row as 1 rep, and I'm going to go to 50, and then I'm going to assess the situation and see how I feel. If I want to continue, I'm going to double that. If I feel like I've had enough of this exercise, then I'll move on to my next jump rope section. So remember that I'm just sharing my workout with you. You are, of course, invited to do exactly what I'm doing, but you should always be making whatever changes and modifications you need to make it work for you, okay? It's your workout, so you do the exercises you want to do, you use the weights you want to use, you do however many reps you want to do, okay? Just let me know. Let me know what kind of changes and modifications you make, because I'm always interested in hearing that. So without any further ado, I always want to get fancy and say without any further ado, but that's a different word. Adieu means like goodbye. Adieu is what I'm trying to not have any further of, but I'm furthering my adieu, aren't I? I'm still chit-chatting and stalling. So without any further ado, here we go. Plank rows, 50 reps. So plank position, row the weight on the other side. I'm counting that as 2 for now, and maybe 2 all day, we'll see. We're going to 50, so just do your best. So that's 20 for me. I'm on the fence. You guys, I might end up double counting these. I don't know. All right, let me see if I can do another 20. Unbroken. If I can, the case for double counting these is starting to look good. All right, let's see what happens. Let's try to get through another 20 without stopping if we can. So we can get my count at 20. Only continue when you're ready to do so with good form. Here we go. So that's 40 for me. I am dripping with sweat. But I would so much rather stay down here and do an extra 50 of these than do more jump rope. So I think I'm gonna double these. I'm so sorry, you guys. I wouldn't do this. If you don't want to double the reps, just do another 10, and then you can skip ahead in the video and move on to your next cardio section. If you want to go ahead and double the reps with me, I'm now saying that one row on each side counts as one total rep, which means that I've only done 20 reps, okay? So let's, I'll do another 10 counting, single counting them, so that if you're with me right now and you want to stop at 50, you know where to stop. So picking up my count at 40 and counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. So that's 50 if you're single counting them. Now, if you want to join me, I'm gonna double count them from here on out, so that's 25 for me. So if you want to keep going with me, we're gonna go to 50 double counted. So let's do another 5. That'll get us to 30. We'll take another little rest break. So that's 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So if you want to move on to the next cardio section, you have my blessing. Let me know what you decided to do. So if you're doing them with me, we are no, that was 30. Okay, so we only have to do 20 more reps. So let's see if we can do these in 2 unbroken sets of 10. That's what I've been doing so far. So let's see if we can continue that for at least 1 more set of 10. So picking up the count at 30. We're gonna do another set of 10 double counted. That'll get us to 40. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 5 more, 36, 37, 38, 2 more, 39, last one. That's 40. Just 10 more. Remember, the good thing is that I lied about there being 5 plank exercises. There are only 4, and this is the third one. We have just 10 more reps to go of this exercise, and that means there's only 1 plank exercise left, so. Let's push through. When you feel that you're ready to continue with good form, let's go ahead and knock out these final 10 reps of plank rows. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, last one. That's 50. We're a little over an hour in. But we're almost done. Another 500 revolutions with the jump rope. If you don't need to rest, don't rest. Go ahead and get right into it as soon as you can. I just need another minute. Struggling so much with my jump rope. These final 2 cardio sections are gonna be rough, but I'm gonna get them done. Shake it out. When you're ready, if you're jumping rope with me, we have to do 5 sets of 100. If not, you can be doing any other kind of cardio exercise you want. And I'm stalling again because this is gonna be so hard. All right, here we go. First set of 100. Let's do this. Get right into it if you can. Jump rope. It's just killing me today. 2 more sets. Just one more set. I promise this is just all I have today. Here we go. Final set of 100. Taking me so long to recover. All right, we finally made it. This is our final plank exercise. So I'm going to be doing weighted Santana planks. So if you don't have weights that are flat on the bottom, you can do these without the added weight. So without weight, it's just gonna look like this. You're gonna start in a plank position, and then you're just gonna rotate into a side plank. Make sure you're keeping those hips high. Bring this hand straight up overhead, and then rotate back. Alternating sides. So now rotate into a side plank on the other side. Lift that hand up overhead, and rotate back. And again, we're doing 50 reps. I can almost, never say never, can almost guarantee that I will not be double counting these because you guys, I'm exhausted. And these are gonna be more taxing and they're gonna take longer than the rows and the pike toe taps. So I have a feeling that 50 of these is going to be plenty for me. I'm just taking another minute or so to rest so that I have enough strength to start these nice and strong at least. Visualizing just really sending oxygen to your muscles. All my muscles need it. My legs are jelly, my abs are jelly, my arms, my shoulders, and this exercise is going to tax all of those. So as you breathe in, visualize really feeding your muscles with that oxygen that they need to give you the strength to power through this final exercise. As you breathe out, of course, you're breathing out CO2. So that's literally expelling toxins. So with that, you can visualize breathing out and ridding your body of whatever other negativity is holding you back, whether that's negative self-talk, or just for me, sometimes I actually like to visualize breathing out my fatigue. I don't think it works, but it doesn't hurt. All right, so when you feel that you are ready, I've given myself a good at least like 5 minutes or so to rest. So I should be able to at least start these pretty strong. So I'm gonna start by double counting them. I can pretty much guarantee, by single counting them, and I can pretty much guarantee that I'm not gonna end up double counting these. So we'll alternate sides with each rep. If you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. So we are starting again in a plank position, holding onto the dumbbells. And then you're gonna rotate into a side plank. So you're gonna first bring the weight up to the shoulder and then press it up overhead, bring it back down to the shoulder, rotate back into your plank. That's one. Repeat on the other side. So rotating into that side plank, bring the weight up to the shoulder, then press it up overhead, back down to the shoulder, and back into your plank position. That's two. I'm gonna zip it so I can conserve some energy. I'm going to hopefully do the next 8 without stopping. I might just break these up into 5 little mini sets of 10. So you do what works for you, but I'm going to hopefully do another 8 unbroken, and that'll be my first set of 10. Here we go. So that's my first 10. I have to do 4 more sets of 10, so I'll continue to do unbroken sets of 10 for as long as I can. And if I get to the point where I can no longer do sets of 10 unbroken, then I'll break them down even further. So do whatever you need to do. We're already a 1/5 of the way there, right? Me with my workout math. All right. Have to do that 4 more times. Unless you want to double count these too. If you do, if you have enough strength and stamina and you want to double count these, like we did with the last exercise, so that one Santana plank on each side counts as 1 rep, go for it. I'm gonna single count these. So picking up my count at 10, let's try to do another 10 unbroken if we can. That was really tough towards the end of that set. So I'm going to take a little bit longer rest break before doing my next set of 10. And If it continues to, even with a longer rest break, if it continues to be that hard to get through a set of 10, I'm gonna start breaking them down further. Do like 6 and 4 or something like that. But I always like to pause on an even number so that I don't have to remember which side I was on. You saw with the very first exercise how easily that can happen to me. So if I always pause to rest on an even number, I don't have to worry about being uneven or remembering which side I left off on. So if I can no longer do sets of 10, I'll do 6 and then rest and then another 4. Or 4, 4, and 2. I'll do whatever I have to do to get it done. But I've completed 20, I have to do 30 more. So I've had a long enough rest break. I'm going to try to do another unbroken set of 10 if I can. This will get me to 30. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm picking up my count at 30. Here we go. It's 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Did I cheat? Was that rep 30 or 40? Oh my God, you guys. I think that might have just been rep 30. Oh my God, I totally lost track of how many I did. That was at least 30. I know I had done at least 2 sets of 10 prior to that one. I'm gonna say that was rep 30. There is a slight chance that I'm gonna end up doing 60 of these instead of 50 because I cannot count. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna do another 2 sets of 10. Knowing that there is a slight chance that I may end up doing 60 reps instead of 50, but I'd rather know that I may have done an extra 10 reps than to spend the rest of the day wondering if I didn't do enough reps. Like if I did 10 reps fewer than I was supposed to. That would just be HE double hockey sticks on earth. So just to play it safe, I'm gonna say that was rep number 30. I'm gonna do 2 more sets of 10, which may be 50 reps and it may be 60 for me. I don't know, but let's do another set of 10 regardless. Alright, so I'm gonna say that's 40. That might actually be 50, but I think it's 40. So either way, I'm gonna do 10 more, and that way I know I've done at least 50 reps. So let's shake it out. Have just 10 more reps to go. And then we're done with the dumbbells. We're done with strength training. We just have to finish up with one more little 5-minute cardio section. So let's push through and get these done. Shake it out, shake out the wrists. Stretch the elbows, or I mean the shoulders. How would you stretch your elbows? I guess you kind of stretch them when you do this tricep stretch. So yeah, stretch your elbows, triceps, shoulders, all of it. Here we go, when you're ready. 10 more reps of weighted Santana plank. 41, 42, 43, 44, 48, just 2 more. It's 49, last one. That's 50. Oh my God. My little 10-pound weights starting to feel like they weigh 25 pounds a piece. So this is gonna end up taking me a little over 90 minutes. I did not set a time goal going into this today. I would have much preferred to get it done in closer to an hour, but the important thing is just that we're out here putting in the work. We're gonna get it done, so that's what matters. The sweat is dripping in my eyes and it stings. I'm stalling because I don't want to do this, but the sooner I start, the sooner this will all be over. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and start with our final 500 reps of jump rope. If I can get my feet up and over this rope another 500 times, I'm going to cry tears of joy. All right, legs are jelly, but we just have to do 5 more sets of 100. We got this. When you're ready, here we go. set to go. I want to push, but I just have nothing left. So I'm taking a minute to rest. All right, final set. Let's push through. 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 7 seconds. That was such a tough workout. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. However, when I do a jump rope workout, or any workout that includes jump rope, I should say, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with my jump rope. And on a day like today, that's kind of playing it fast and loose with the word like. When I say I like to do a bonus set of 100, because I'm dreading this bonus set of 100, but it's like tradition. So we're gonna do just 1 more set of 100, just as a little bonus. It's just kind of an exclamation point on the end of the workout, a little celebration that we persevered. We got dressed, we got out here, and we got this workout done, this long, tough workout on this hot, hot summer day. We did it, we put in the work, we got it done. So it's just like a little way to kind of celebrate that, a way to finish strong, and like I said, just put a little exclamation point at the end of the workout. So it's completely optional, but if you would like to join me for this little jump rope bonus, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the rope. So when you're ready, here we go. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 100. That's our little jump rope bonus. Yay! So before we get to our bonus burpee, it is Monday, so that means that instead of a McFlurry minute, today we are doing another Monday McFlurry mobility challenge. I found another mobility challenge on Instagram. I'm going to attempt to complete it right now, and if I am able to successfully complete this mobility challenge, everybody wins a free McFlurry. Now, this one looks easy because the guy doing it makes it look really easy, but I know that this one is actually not going to be very easy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm going to do my best. Warped wall rules, that means I get 3 attempts. If I can successfully complete the challenge by the 3rd attempt, that's a win. We all get to eat ice cream for lunch. If it takes me more than 3 attempts, then sorry, but you have to pay for your own McFlurry today. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna do my best, believe me. So really, it's just a really deep squat. He was squatting all the way down and then all the way like onto his little skinny booty. I will show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll put it on the screen so you can see the challenge, and then I'll let you decide if I'm getting it or not. Okay, so he's gonna clasp his hands together, and now he's gonna sink down into a squat, nice deep squat, and now see he's putting his booty on the mat. And he's actually shifting his weight into his booty, but he's not, how is he doing that with his, okay, so there, you get to see it from this side. All right, let's watch it one more time. So squatting down, all the way onto the booty, and he is kind of shifting his weight back to his booty, huh? That's the part that's gonna be really hard because look how close he's keeping his booty to his heels. See, that seems like it's gonna be not doable. All right, well, that's the challenge. So I'm gonna give myself 3 attempts to do what this guy's doing. And if I can do it, then we all get to eat free ice cream for lunch. And if I can't do it, you can still eat ice cream for lunch. I won't tell anybody, but you're gonna have to pay for it. Sorry. Although I'm saying sorry like I already failed, maybe I'll get it. We'll see. All right, here goes nothing. I'm nervous. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna try my best, I promise. All right, so he was starting with his feet, I guess like shoulder width apart. Deep breath, here we go. Hands together. I'm not worried about the first part. I know I can sink down into a nice deep squat, but can I keep going? Like, my booty's not touching the mat. How did he get his booty all the way down to the mat? Okay, so I think I have to kind of like, okay, I think is my booty touching the mat? I would know better than you, wouldn't I? Okay, how is he doing this? He was shifting his weight back onto his booty. That's what I don't understand. Yeah, this is impossible. I'm not gonna be able to do this. All right, that was attempt number 1. It did not go well. I'm gonna shake it out. Give myself a minute to process. I get 2 more attempts at this. I'm wondering if it's cheating if I try to kind of like reverse engineer it, because I'm having trouble figuring out how he's having his center of gravity at the bottom, that he's able to shift his weight and kind of sit down on his booty, like his booty's touching the mat, and his weight is kind of in his booty, but how is he doing that? So I'm wondering if I just start down in the squat and play around down here and try to figure out how was he getting his booty like down onto the mat. Okay, well, my booty's on the mat, although he was really kind of sitting back on his booty like this, but this is not the position he was in. He was somehow keeping his torso kind of upright. I'm gonna lower the bar for myself and say as long as I can just get my booty onto the mat, like, see, I just had it. Like in this position, so I'm not really shifting my weight back onto my booty like he was, but my booty is touching the mat. I think if I can just do that much, I'll call it a win. So I know I can get into that position. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together. So I feel like this is one I can learn, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to learn it in 3 attempts. So it might take me a couple weeks before I'm actually able to complete this challenge, but I'm gonna keep working on it because I feel like it is within my grasp, because now that I know I can kind of get in that position on the bottom, that's someplace to work from. I know it's not completely like outside the realm of possibility that I could get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt this is my 2nd attempt. I'm gonna attempt it a 2nd time. I don't know what I'm saying. So, hands together. Squat down. All the way down onto the booty. I don't know, it's so hard to get into the position from standing. I know I can get to this position. My booty's touching the mat. Okay, now can I put my weight in it without falling backwards? I cannot. How was he doing that? You guys, you saw him. He was putting his weight like in his booty. Maybe because it's like, this is kind of it. If I can get here, I'll be thrilled. And then I can stand up from here. I just need to figure out how to get here from a standing position. But right here, my weight's kind of in my booty. And I can stand from there, no problem. So I just need to figure out how to get into that position from standing. I don't know why it's so tricky. It's probably just a muscle memory thing. I think once I get it, I'll be able to replicate it pretty easily, but I don't think I'm quite grasping the movement yet because I'm not understanding how to get there from here. So I have one more chance. Let me shake it out, breathe a couple of times, and then I'll go for attempt number 3. All right, final attempt. This is it, all or nothing. I either get it this time or we have to pay for our own McFlurries today. All right, here we go. I am so nervous, I don't want to blow this. My booty's on the mat, I think I'm doing it. Oh my God, I don't want to push my luck and try to put any more weight on my booty. Can you guys see that my booty's touching the mat? Does this count? Can we call that a win? Can we please go to McDonald's and get free McFlurries, because that was really, really close, and I think I might have gotten it. I know I wasn't putting all of my weight in my booty the way he does, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at it. Maybe it looks different on camera, but my booty's definitely touching the mat. You guys, I'm gonna call that a win. I'm gonna say that I successfully completed this challenge because it's really hard and I got closer than I thought I was going to. So we definitely all get free McFlurries, but I'm gonna try it one more time. Just one more time, because I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. All right, so free McFlurries are in the bag. This is just a bonus attempt to see if I can do a little better. Here we go. When I try to really put my weight in my booty like he does, I fall backwards. But I did get to this position, and I think this is close enough. My booty's definitely on the mat. So I'm gonna call that a win. One more. Well, I didn't have to put my hands down, but I don't think I can get up from this position. So I'm gonna keep working on it. It's super hard, you guys. Try this one and let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you are able to like really come back and not only get your booty down on the mat like this. This is what I'm calling a win, but he actually really was kind of sitting back on his booty, and I still don't understand how he was doing it because I can't do it without falling backwards. But I'm gonna say that's a win. I'm calling that a success. So let's wrap this up so that seriously we can go meet at McDonald's and eat ice cream for lunch, because this has been such a long, grueling workout, and that was a really tough mobility challenge. And I want to wrap this thing up and eat some free ice cream. We still have just one rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. Here we go, final rep of the day when you're ready. With that, the workout is now officially complete. If you tried this mobility challenge with me today, thank you very much. Please let me know in the comments if you were able to successfully complete it. And if you were able to successfully complete it, did yours look more like mine or more like the example that I showed you? Like, were you able to really kind of sit back and shift your weight into your booty and not have it not in your feet the way the guy seemed to be able to? Or were you more like me where you kind of had to keep your weight forward? I found that one incredibly challenging. My hips are really open, I have good hip mobility, but there's something else to the movement. I feel like there's something else to the movement that I still need to figure out. So if you were able to figure it out and complete that challenge successfully, congratulations. Please let me know. But whether you were successful or not doesn't really matter, because the only thing that really matters is free ice cream. And I'm gonna say I was successful, so I'm gonna say we all get free ice cream. So I will see you guys at McDonald's. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up so that we can all have our free ice cream for lunch. So that was a super tough mobility challenge. Let me know how you did with it. It was also a super long, tough workout today. So if you did this workout with me today, thank you very much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately. And even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format, if you have questions about the exercises we were doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, please just ask. It's extremely important that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout so that you reduce your risk of injury and so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. So ask questions if you have them. Also, if you have questions about substitutions, equipment-free substitutions, or if you need to see beginner modifications for any of the exercises, you guys know it's also extremely important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. I am always here to help facilitate that. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. That is going to do it for today. But before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, if I ever need a drill bit, I'll call you. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone out there is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, if I ever need a drill bit, I'll call you. That is going to do it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.